So at the FT, or Financial Times Future of Cars conference, Elon said this week when asked about opening the supercharger network to competitors, it's a little trickier in the US because we have a different connector than the rest of the industry, but we will be adding the rest of the industry connectors as an option to superchargers in the US. So we're trying as best as possible to do the right thing for the advancement of electrification, even if that diminishes our competitive advantage.
And as Elon pointed out, Tesla is already doing this in Europe.
Right. They're doing a pilot program, but also when the Model 3 came out there and it wouldn't plug into the old style chargers, they had to update all their chargers, which they did pretty quick. So my guess is that Tesla's probably going to start with like 2 to 4 supercharger stalls per location in the US, which will get CCS cables. And this would be so that other EV brands can charge up to 150 or 250 kilowatts. I think, though, that Tesla will do this as a relatively slow rollout. I mean, they haven't offered any timeline, and I don't think they're under any real pressure to do it fast.
Right. Now, I think that a lot of people have been saying for years that Tesla should open up their supercharger network because that would be the fastest way to accelerate EV adoption. And I want to push back on that just a little bit. I agree. It would be great if the supercharger network were totally any EV could charge there and pay Tesla whatever price that they're going to set. But I think that if Tesla didn't have this exclusive network for the time that it has had the exclusive network, I think that they would have gone out of business. And you might be saying, well, why? There have been so many points in Tesla's history where they were this close to going out of business.
Right.
And a little thing like having the supercharger network open to other car brands could have made the difference between Tesla going out of business and not.
Yep.
And I think that that would have been much worse for electrification than them not opening up the charging network sooner.
Right.
I mean, I have a Leaf, so I completely understand that it sucks when you don't have good charging infrastructure. I had always wished that I could pull my Leaf into a Tesla supercharger stall and been able to charge up. But if I had been able to do that, maybe Tesla would have gone out of business. And then where would we be? Because you know in your heart of hearts that Ford and GM and Toyota and all these other car brands, they would immediately, as soon as Tesla went under, cancel all their EV plans. It would have been like, well, see, clearly Tesla failed, so we're going to go right back to selling gas and diesel cars.
Yep. I think this one story alone is actually going to have the biggest impact on EV adoption in the US. I mean, it seems like a very in-the-weeds story, but mark my words, over the next year or two, I think whatever happens here is really going to have an impact on EV adoption.
Yeah, and I think that this is the time where Tesla can afford to do this. I mean, as Elon said, it really diminishes their competitive advantage over all the other car brands, but I do think that it is the right thing to do. But now is the right time to do it when Tesla is very strong and they can weather a bunch of different bad things that could happen.
Well, and let's not forget why they're really doing this. There's $7.5 billion of federal infrastructure money, and a lot of that could go to Tesla if they open up their network.
And say what you want about that EV infrastructure bill, but this is, I mean, you passed the law. You said, here's some money. Who wants it? This is a great, I mean, it's working. Great. Right. I'm so glad that it's actually working. Is it the most efficient way to do it? Nope. But it is going to hopefully help.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.